All right, welcome to AP Yaps. I'm trying to change things up a little bit. I'm not sure if I like the old format the best, so things will be a little bit different in this video. We got some gameplay instead of just a recording of me. But to get to the topic of this video, obviously you saw the thumbnail as always, but is college cooked? Kind of want to talk about my college experience. This is definitely more of a personal thing. If anyone else has other similar experiences or even bad experiences, because mine's not the best, be sure to let me know in the comments. But for me, I'm currently at the end of my junior year, just starting the final semester, kind of ready to get out, and there's a few things I kind of want to talk about that I don't think too many people talk about, or maybe not too many people go through them, because I haven't heard many other people kind of complaining the way I am. But my college experience has been pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. I kind of went into college with the expectation that I was going to meet all these new people. I was going to find myself, like people say. And once I kind of got to college, I realized I don't really think that's going to happen. So my college experience started off pretty rough. I was at a different school than I currently am, and I moved in with someone that I thought at the time to be a close friend. Now, I'm not going to put any names out there just to kind of keep things anonymous here, but I met this kid back in how long ago? Would have been like 5th grade elementary. My school was really small, so it was K through 12. You were in the same building, so you knew somebody, you knew him forever. So I graduated with this kid from my hometown school, and I moved in with him as my roommate, thinking that he was chill. And you might be thinking you know where this story's going, but I really don't think so. I was going out partying, and my roommate was a little bit odd, and that's okay. And one of his things was he didn't ever go out. He stayed in the room all the time. He didn't drink. He didn't do any party activities. He didn't really socialize too much. So I don't know what was going on in his head, but one night I came back to my dorm room after a party, and this dude tried to make a move on me. I mean, that's not for me. If that's for you, no issue in that, but not for me. And I had to get out of there pretty quick because I didn't like the idea of someone, one, trying to take advantage of me when I was under the influence, but two, didn't really like the idea of them being my roommate. So that was a great first semester. Then going into my second semester, I was doing computer science as my major. With the insane rise of AI, which is going to be a great topic, or a big topic in this video, I didn't really find security in my major anymore. Let's just say a friend that I know procrastinated his final for that class. And let's just say a friend I know decided to use AI, and this project was supposed to take 3 months, he told me, and AI got it done in 1 hour. Doesn't seem very secure, so I've ran into two giant problems here so far. And at this point, I get moved into an emergency room. I'm living on my own, very isolated. Not meeting many people either. Like at my college, I had a terrible experience with like talking to people. I even tried to go out of my way. I'm a pretty, I guess, like introverted person. So me going out of my way to talk to other people was kind of a big deal for me. Not necessarily the most comfortable for me, but I literally made like 2 friends at this place I was going to. Not because I would say like people weren't talking to me per se, but like everything was so surface level with all these people. I don't know. It was interesting. I made 2 good friends. We're still in contact till to this day, but the social aspect of my school was bad. It was on the smaller side and more of a personal experience whenever I went to the school. And I thought that was a great thing for me because I went to a small high school. I graduated with 90 kids. And it was so quiet in like some of my classes. I'd have like a lecture of 100 kids or something. we had professors being like, hey, can like anybody speak up? Like there wasn't anybody raising their hands. There wasn't anybody even talking to the person next to them. Like it was just dead silent in these classes. There was no social interaction, and it was rough. Um so flash forward to now, I've transferred schools, I've changed my major, and I'm a health science major now. I'm at a completely different school, and I'm online because my social experience there just wasn't it. Um, Maybe that's just the lifestyle I'm in, but it was cheaper to stay at home and just do it from my computer. So that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of just working two jobs right now to stay afloat and get through all this. I do want to keep going on though, that as an online student, teachers send out a lot of things warning people about AI, this and that. And I just feel like in general, education itself is going to get screwed over by this, if not already. I think a lot of people are using this tool to not necessarily learn, but just get by. And I really don't think there's much to do about detecting it. I feel like AI itself is kind of outgrowing these detection systems that anywhere is using. Like, it's kind of scary to think about the fact that, like, okay, I'm very grateful that I got out of high school before this boom, because I was actually able to get like all the kind of necessary skills I needed. Like, I'm going to know how to write a paper. I'm going to know how to do research. I'm going to know how to do basic math. Like, I'm going to know how to do a little bit of science. I'm going to know how to do like a certain level of reading, whatever. But all these kids in high school now that just have that at their fingertips, like photo math was the big thing whenever I was in high school. That was like revolutionary for not doing math. But now you can have everything done for you and be given the answers to anything. That's going to limit the education that I think a lot of people, both college and high school, middle school, like it's definitely going to deplenish the baseline of knowledge that generations are going to have, in my opinion. I think a lot more people are going to take the easy way out. And I think it's kind of scary to think, like, what are the implications of that? Come 10 years from now, when we have a whole new generation that's going to take over the workforce and they use ChatGPT for everything, like, where does that put us? I don't think that's a good place, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, you can look up anything at like a moment's notice, and it's 10 times better than just Googling something sometimes, like, because they can get so personalized with what you need to do that it just does it all for you. Like, what do we do when we're in a society where that's the case? I've genuinely been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now, because I'm just like, you can get through college with just AI. I genuinely believe that. And that's scary, because what happens if someone gets into a health program? Now, I think it's going to be a little bit different when it's things like doctors or more hands-on, really important like degrees, or at least I would hope so. But I feel like now we're going to be able to get people that can be business, like health, all different kinds of majors that genuinely did never learn anything. Let's say we get to that point where everyone is going into a career and they used AI for their schooling. And let's say things are actually going really well. Everyone's just learning hands-on when they get there, and things are running more efficiently. If that's the case and you didn't really do any of your schooling's even worth it. And that's the headspace I'm kind of currently in, is that like there's so many people that have to be cheating all of this. But if things don't change, it kind of just proves that it wasn't worth it. With my experiences now in college, I'm kind of getting towards the end, like I said. I think my biggest concern with all of this is that I'm a health science major, but everything I'm learning is just so vague and like not even oddly specific on a lot of things, that I don't even know what I can do with this degree. It covers a lot of different things, but at the same time, I don't know what I could specialize in here. It's a really interesting thing. Some of the just ways that colleges map out their classes, I guess, because I could get into medical sales with my job, and then I could be medical IT, but then you could technically go into like rehab, and it's just like it's so all over the place, and the education I'm getting doesn't specialize or allow me to specialize in any category. So I really just feel like with my education, I can go into any job that falls under like, you know, medical science, but not know anything about the career I'm going into. It's an interesting thing to think about. So for me, I've been just pretty much kind of uncertain with college overall. I'd say is college cooked because I think you don't even have to learn anything to get through it anymore.